On. That's Groots. We trade options here. So we're covering something really important today, and that is taking profits. There's a couple different methodologies and ways to approach this. Namely, let's look at EWZ. So you can see sitting on a pretty good profit here. Right now, I've got three puts that are at the 17 strike, and there's 60 days almost remaining. It says 59 here. I think I'd got these when there was like 200 or 150 days remaining. So it was a couple months back, and I was sitting in the red for a long time. But this was just kind of a hedge. I had a feeling that EWZ, which is like a Brazil ETF, that Brazil kind of is handling the pandemic in a different way than other countries. So my assumption was if they got hit pretty hard, maybe we see that economically. I don't necessarily know if that's exactly the case right now, but that was just kind of where I was at the time. So that gives you a little heads up there. But to give you an idea, the total cost for those three puts was 126. I'm sitting on a profit now at the total liquidity at 324, so that gives me a net at basically about $200. So let's see, that's 126, 188. That's about 150, 160%. Let's just calculate really quick. 198, 126. Yeah, 157% gain here. So what we run into is a weird situation. You say, okay, what do I do here? And really, the alternatives are probably two things. Options are pretty short lived. So you're sitting on a profit today, that could all be gone tomorrow, literally, if there's just a small move up, or maybe we even stay flat. It really just depends on the sentiment and the interest in the options market. So you do got to keep that in mind. One thing that I usually like to approach typically is get your cost basis out, and then you can either let the rest ride if you're still thinking that trend will continue, or just take your profits, get out, reset the probabilities, and take on the next trade as it comes up. So those are really the two ways to look at this. And what I could do is if I sell like two of these, each one's basically $1.08, so that'd put me at $216 in profits. My cost was 126, so I'm well above cost basis at that point, and I could just let one of the contracts ride. I'm not too sure what I want to do yet. Honestly, I think I'm going to look at some charts later and figure it out, but I do have a feeling I'm just going to close out all three of these, figure it out, and then reset my next hedge as I want to play it. So hope that was helpful. What you're going to want to watch is this next video that does approach kind of how I look at trading and what my approach is to certain stocks, certain strategies, and how I earn income through spread trading here.